Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kara of drkaragubbins.com and animalwisdomcircle.com, and it is time for the forecast for the month of August 2017. I'm really interested to see what the energy does because last month was so fascinating. July was really a time for visioning and creating kind of a new plan, writing a new story for yourself. And I ended up having an inspiration around the middle of the month. It just like really grabbed me and I started acting on it, and I ended up creating a life map or an ideal scene, and then I wrote a living vision. So I created a visual representation of the future I want to create, and then I wrote it down. My living vision is a 5-page handwritten document kind of detailing my life in the present tense, my future life in the present tense, as if I'm living it now, how I want it to be and what I'm doing and how it feels. So if the energy of July inspired you too, those are two tools to do a life map or a mind map, just kind of getting a visual image of what you want to have in your life. And then write it down as if it's happening right now in the first person present tense. And they're very, very powerful manifestation tools. So I really wanted to harness that energy that was swirling around in July and take advantage of it, and especially when that inspiration struck me. So I hope it helped you. If you have any questions, just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about it. But now let's go and see what's happening for August. And August, here in the Northern Hemisphere, we are deep into summer, and our first card is the sea turtle, and the second is the snake, and the third is the alligator. And, wow, so these are all reptiles, very interesting in itself, right? The patterns, just starting to notice patterns, they're all reptiles. And the things that are grabbing me on each card, with the sea turtle, it's the illusion of separation. So thinking that we're separate or disconnected from our spiritual source or from ourself or from our family, that illusion of separation, the sea turtle says, is the root of all suffering in humankind. We have to remember that we are always connected. And then the snake, what really grabs me about the snake is the snake's gift is primal aliveness. And so I think here's this opportunity to really embrace all of life and all the ways it shows up, but also to just energize ourselves more. I feel like this card is really saying, hey, let's liven things up. Let's, get out of our rut. Let's really kind of embrace our aliveness and be really alive. And the energy of the snake is so powerful and so primal and so vibrant. So really embracing that aliveness and that vibrancy. And just look and see where in your life you're kind of, going through the motions or just getting by or, saying no thanks, and see what happens if you start feeling like yes and trying things. And it might be uncomfortable at first, but this is a really good time to do that. And then the alligator card, there's two things that are drawing my attention, and that's the spiritual gift, which is taking the long view. The alligator can wait things out and keep, that delayed gratification in mind, keep the big picture in mind. But also alligator is surprising in that his message to people is really about knowing that you are in community. So going back to the sea turtle, that illusion of separation is the root of all suffering. Find your community. The alligator is saying, you may not realize it, but you already have a community. So take a moment and just think about, well, who is my community? Do I have neighbors or friends or coworkers? Or for me, I see the same group of people in the park when I walk my dogs. They're walking their dogs, and they've become part of my community that I never would have thought about, if I hadn't been, asking myself exactly this kind of question. There are just people in the park in the mornings, but now I really see how we're part of each other's world, and I don't see everyone every day, but I see them often enough that they're now become part of my community and part of my daily life. So looking at, this spread for the month of August, I feel like it's really about kind of going back into, because we're looking at reptiles, it's earlier in the evolutionary tree. And so it's going back to just like beingness. Let's just be alive. Let's feel our connection. Let's feel our aliveness. Let's feel our community and our support system, and know that whatever's going on, we're going to get through it. So I feel like this is an opportunity to, maybe settle in, surrender into the gift of being alive. It really is an honor to be in a physical body at this time, and it is a gift to have the opportunity to be having all these crazy, stupid, mixed up, kind of screwed up things that can happen. I mean, there's good too, of course, but also there's a lot of challenges that come in human life, and a lot of things seem pretty fucked up sometimes. So, but it's all part of it. And so just really this month, I think, is really about being alive, being okay with being alive, being in acceptance with all of the ups, the downs, the ins and outs and everything. But really remember that the feeling of separation is an illusion. So if you catch yourself in that, remind yourself that you're never alone. And embrace the things that make you feel alive. And know that you are connected. You have community. And you are connected to yourself, you're connected to Source, and do that little exercise and see, expand your vision of who is in your community. So that's my reading for August of 2017. I'd love to hear how this sits with you, what resonates, how you see things that I might have missed. And if you have any questions, so please leave a comment in the section below, and I look forward to seeing you on my weekly readings. Have a great month.